Welcome. I am so glad you're joining me today. I am Catherine, and I am setting us aflame today with messages from the other side. And I've pulled as our significator card the heart chakra because I feel that it's difficult to understand sometimes the love that comes flowing to us from the other side. So I have picked 4 cards today because I want to do 4 different views. And thank you for hitting the thumbs up so we can gather even more souls who want to have that message from the other side. This is our pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So take a minute, look at each image. And if you've never attended a Pick a Card, welcome. I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot. And personally, I'm so excited to open these cards because if I ever have doubtful moments, it's about what happens, what's over there, and what's the good that can come to us, the ones that are walking around right now. So, pile number 1, we will start off with you. And let me just set these aside. Okay, and pile number 1. There is an affirmation that I will give to you at the end of the reading. And here are your beautiful cards. Let's take a look and see what's your message from the other side. Let's take a breath. Thank you. Card number 1, pile 1. So your message starts off with the acknowledgement that you are kind of in a pickle, that your energy right now is being almost consumed with busyness, where your mind is hopping and skipping and jumping. And you'll wake up in the morning and you'll say, that's it. This is the way I should go. And by lunchtime, you've already changed your mind 3 times. And so there's your message from the other side so far is just to pause for a second, pause, and even being present here with this reading and present with my voice. Take a breath, pile 1, and realize that you're finding the light. You just have to get out of your own way. Let's see what's next. And we have a feather message for you. Wisdom, right? Wisdom matched, random pull. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. So, pile 1, what this is showing is that you do know clearly what is this next step. You must stop second guessing yourself because you do know what to do. In my mind, when I have situations like that, if the same idea or the same resolution comes up to me 3 times, I take action on it, assuming that my inner being, that's the language it's using. So let's go on and see. This is your 3rd card from the animal deck. And I am Spirit Oracle picking a lot of natural things here because many people are not taking advantage of getting outside in nature enough. And your message from heaven will always include go outside. I don't care what the climate is. Today's a rainy day in Tennessee. I can't wait to take a walk in the rain. So the natural world will always give you a touch of the divine and draw you into the wisdom you're looking for. The squirrel is about always being prepared. And I can appreciate that because you do work hard. But do you know that the squirrel hides those acorns, hides the nuts for the future? But squirrels don't even find 90% of the nuts that they hide. They are the kings of over preparedness. And so you're being called, pile 1, to find some fun. You are a hard worker. You always attempt to do the best for everybody, but sometimes you get lost in the shuffle. Speaking of shuffle, I picked our golden cards today because if there's one message that you walk away with today, pile one, I want you to know that you are worth your weight in gold. You are worth your weight in gold. So, what I would love for you to do is go to Google or whatever is your favorite search engine, look up your weight times the current value for a pound of gold, because this is the truth. On the other side, they see the true heart of a human and they know the potential that's there. So, knowing that you're worth your weight in gold is the essential message. But these are tarot cards. So, let's see what the message is for the overworking you, the drive inside of you that makes you not want to make a mistake. We have the Hierophant, we have the World, and we have the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. Look at that. Remember our first card? Let me just reach in here and pull it out. Whoops. The same energy, the energy of choice. So, pile number one, here you go. The fact that you have two major arcana here means that what you're going through right now dives right into the soul of you. Okay. This is about superficial choices. What's bothering you right now isn't even important. A year from now, you will look back and think, why? I don't even remember what choice I was making. You're always faced with choices. Learning how to soften your reactions, pile one, is going to give you the ability to choose wisely. The Hierophant and the World together are like a power couple. That's Murphy. Hi, Murphy. But there's like a power couple going on in your deepest soul, and there's resolution, support, traditional values, finishing a cycle. Pile one, whatever decision you think you need to make so perfectly, the reality is you really don't. Your guidance is already showing you what to do. Okay. And so now let's pick your moon oracle affirmation, pile one, and let's see what it has to say for you. This is what you picked. You do know yourself deeply, and your worthiness has got to drive your decision, right? Blessings on you, pile number one. Thank you for joining. If you enjoy this reading so far, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't joined my channel yet, I welcome you in. And let's go on to pile number two with our messages from heaven. This is the first of a series. I'm going to be doing messages from heaven live readings like this because the interest is high and I love doing it. So this is just number one of a series. Thank you for being here. If you hit the subscribe and the bell, it'll let you know the next time that I do a live reading. So pile number two, look at how that eyeball is peeking out, right? It's like a little bit nervous. I can totally relate. You should have felt my heart beating as I got ready for this reading today. I get a little stage fright. It's like improv to be on here telling stories. And so I get it, like part of you wanting to hide and part of you being a kind of afraid, maybe afraid of the dark. But pile two, your message from heaven is don't be so afraid. Don't be so nervous. I have some anxiety that has visited my life over my whole lifetime. I'm 71 now. Oh, 71 people on right now, and I said 71. That's cool. Go to Google and look up the angel meaning of 71. I'll bet you anything you'll get a special treat. But at any rate, at this point, I know that I don't have to let my anxious mind boss me around because I can find my way when I turn to my divine self, the message from heaven. And so here we have universe. Hello. So I love this energy for you, pile two, because you have the ability to enjoy at the universal level, whatever that means for you, where you're just open, not nervous and shy in a certain environment where the whole universe of joy is available to you. And so you're the message from the other side, your angels and guides want you to know that the nervousness and anxiety that you're feeling is like a false premise. It's not true. What it is, it's like a version of yourself. You see yourself as small and needing to hide, but the reality is you have so much life right here, right now, that you need to take advantage of. Okay, pile two? And a big hug to you, because I have kindred spirit with people who feel a little bit nervous. And I love this feather card. Look at that little bitty feather there. I think this might be the only card in this deck that actually has two feathers on it. So let's flip it over and see what we have. And it's the meadowlark. Smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. This is the perfect support card for the universe card for you, because if you begin to acknowledge something in you that's unexpressed, pile two. There's something in you, maybe it's a hobby you did when you were a kid, maybe it's a long lost skill that you haven't used in a long time, but you don't need something new. It's a refreshing, like, how when you get a new computer, you can restore the factory settings. That's what's going on for you, pile two, because you just lost track of who you are and what you can accomplish. Okay, so let's take a peek at our spirit animal oracle, see what support we have for you. And we have the pronghorn action. So it is the time for you to act. And I think that you are feeling some pressure because of that your desire to be like working at home and not having to go out, that this energy has been beneficial to you. But right now, there's something your inner being, which, if I may define, the inner being to me is the connection to the other side. It's the connection to heaven. I believe that I'm a blended being, and that the bulk of me is spiritual or energetic, and that my human self is just what would I say, like a shadow of the giant divinity within us. That is the energy of the universe. I believe we're all born with that energy, and whether or not we flow with it is kind of up to how we manage our personalities. Okay, so I did pick for us the Golden Tarot to use, because if you've been listening along, I have said that you, pile two, you wonderful viewer, you are worth your weight in gold, period. Your inner being, your divinity is so valuable, worth more than gold. And that's what we're here for, is to hook you up to that source that brought you here and can empower you. So let's take a peek at our Golden Tarot for you. And we have the Nine of Wands. I'm just going to draw them all first before we tell. You have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, let me just overlap them a little so you can see. So pile two, it's been burdensome for you to feel like you always have to hide part of who you are. It's hard. And I've been there. When you have an unusual personality, you're a little quirky, it can be easy to be misunderstood. And also, guess what? If people tease you a lot, it makes you want to hide. And it just gets exhausting. It's just exhausting to have to continually defend yourself. And why do people not get you, right? There is a big happy change coming your way, and it is around an offer. All right, so I have a feeling, pile two, that there is an offer coming that you're going to feel insecure. You're like, oh, no, 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 I can't do this. But the fact is, the universe is reaching to you with a generous spirit to coax you out of hiding. It's like breadcrumbs, where the universe is, even for you to be listening to this reading right now, it's unusual for you, right? You haven't been in a place where you've even put yourself under the microscope of what the universe wants for you, pile two. And so I'm here to tell you that an amazing new chapter is opening up because it is safe for you. You've got people in your life that will support you, and you can step out of your shyness a little bit. So, pile two, let's take a look at your moon um, affirmation and see what it has to say. I am honest with myself and others. It's true. You don't need to hide yourself. You don't. There's an article I found that says it's researched that many people who think people don't like them, they're just wrong. They're judging the reactions and thinking that they don't like them when the reality is they really don't care. So, pile number two, come out of the shadows. You have so much to offer everyone on the planet right now. And even though you're more comfortable when you're by yourself, the truth is that there is a big world out there that really will desire your gifts. Okay, I have to pause for a little glass of water here. Okay, let's go on to pile number three. Pile three, looky there. Okay, so I feel like right away, I just sense this bold spirit and get out of my way. You may be a Leo, but this pile three, you are marching into this reading with a sense of confidence and maybe some curiosity. What could my message from heaven be? I'm doing really pretty good, and I'm happy with things are, but I'm very curious if I'm missing something. Okay, so oopsie. So what we have is transformation. Well, yes, I could see why you're feeling as positive as you are here because um, you have you've allowed yourself to transform. There's a person that I know right now who's going through a sticky transformation, and we were talking about how it must not be fun for a butterfly to be in the cocoon fighting its way out. So just even take that in right now, pile three, because see these wings, when you are struggling to release yourself from the cocoon that life has put you in, it can be draining. And so I think that now that I'm bringing the stars in here because there's a symbol of healing, but I feel like you're starting to see that it's been very worth every bit of the difficulties that you've been going through. Let's go forward and see what your feather oracle is, pile three. And we have the wren. I love the little wren, such a tiny little bird, like this big. I mean, this big of a bird. Be bold and confident and use all of your resources to create your dreams. This is really showing the truth of your allowing transformational energy into your life, pile three. And yes, you're starting to really sense that even though you're tiny as a human, that there's something inside of you that you can do. I'm just getting goosebumps across my chest, and I'm really feeling the life of this. That the truth is that people don't believe in you enough because you are a lion heart, but you may be even a small personality in physique, or maybe a small personality because you've been a little shy. But everything is looking like this is your time to step out. So let's look at our spirit oracle for your support here. Pretty card, isn't it? And it is the bison, which is abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life, all my life filled with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So, yes, the power of this card right now is in gratitude. Gratitude is a guaranteed shapeshifter because when you're feeling ill will towards anyone or anything, it's going to drag your energy down. And so finding something to be grateful about is going to be a big key for you, pile three. Because when you step out of being kind of a small, quieter side of yourself, and now you're coming out boldly, some people aren't going to get it. They're going to feel like, who are you and what did you do with the real person? So when you feel the signs of rejection or you get any reactions, turn to gratitude as soon as you can. You don't have to be grateful for the people. You could just be grateful that you have a bed to sleep in, or you could be grateful that it's raining, or you could be grateful because the tree is finally in bloom after a long winter. I find that finding gratitude in nature is much easier for me when the humans in my life are a little annoying. Okay. So, pile three, your strong message from the other side is about stepping out in confidence and faith. As I've told the other piles, I selected the gold tarot deck because you need to remember that in the eyes of the divine, you are worth your weight in gold. All right. The value of your soul and your presence on the planet right now, it can't be calculated. It's impossible. So I always challenge people, find out the price of gold right now in your country and find out how much 1 pound of gold would cost and then multiply it times your weight and just see that and feel the weightiness or the heaviness of your value as a human on the planet. And pile three, you're being supported because everyone up there is cheerleading the fact that you are taking the steps to really make a difference in your life. Let's take a look at our tarot. And we have the Five of Swords and the Chariot. Whoops. And the Hanged Man. Love these cards. Are absolutely perfect for you. The thing that I'm noticing is that we do have the two major cards here, which does allow for that deep change that you have felt. This is not skin deep. You have decided to make some very different choices with your life. You are leaving conflict behind you. You've decided that the life up till now has been filled with trickery and who knows who to trust, and you're just tired of it, tired of just having the pressures and the dissatisfactions. And so, through your transitioning here, you're realizing that with the divine's assistance, you're going to be just fine. One of the things that is your reminder as you go forward, pile three, is even though you feel like charging and you've got the new energy around you, the reality is you're always going to feel best when you take the time out that you need. Your personality is one that does need refreshment. And I kind of need to listen to these words myself because I can just get going and all of a sudden the whole day's gone by and I haven't gone outside yet, or I haven't taken a chance to just meditate for a few minutes and gather myself. So your call is use this hanged man energy. You put yourself here on purpose. I really like this card. Can you see the circle going? Oops, there's some reflections there, but that circle of energy radiating out during rest. So, isn't it fascinating to know that even though the universe has you on the fast track, you have the power when you're resting to draw what you need to you. This is opposite of chasing. Pile three, I'm so happy for you. I know this may be tricky, but just keep going to your divine helpers. There are helpers, angels, and the divine. What is it? It's like a huge library of it's like a great big internet that's not the internet, where when you are like connected to your heart and to the divine, you get ideas that you never thought you would get. I'm a living breathing example of that because this channel has something like 1700 videos on it, and you know who made those? Me. And I'm a grandmother, for Pete's sake, so I know what it's like to flow in this energy. Okay, so let's take a look here at your um, moon affirmation. Yes, yes, yes. I am courageous and powerful. goosebumps running up and down my arms. If you say this a lot, guess what? You're going to believe it. There's no question. Pile number 3, I am tickled pink to give you this message from the other side. So please take it to heart. You might want to go back and listen again. If you do tapping, I love tapping. If you do tapping, you could actually tap all the way through a reading. Isn't that neat? And then you'll just get information and gratification at a deeper level. And if you don't know about tapping and want to, just reach out, let me know. My Gmail is tarotinfoplease@gmail.com. I do try to put it in the description box, but sometimes I'm just not that organized. But anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. Today, this is pile number 4, and I have to tell you, it's upside down. I have to tell you that I hope this is the right order because I do have an unusual learning style and sometimes I get things reversed. But this pile number 4, look at that book, look at the study. So what your message starts off with, pile number 4, your message from the other side, is that there's a quietness about your spirit. There's a studiousness about your spirit. You do enjoy learning. Learning has been a turn on for you for your whole lifetime. And the other side is so aware. And it reminds me too that if you're a person who's been isolated a bit or you're feeling lonely, that thank goodness for your hobbies, right? Thank goodness for the books that bring you in and bring you such comfort. And so here we have, pile 4. There is an itch that's not being scratched. Okay, pile 4, there's an itch deep in your heart. And if you look, you can you see the little figure? Let me bring it closer. Pile 4, can you see the little tiny figure? The green is an indication of the heart chakra. It looks like the heart is starting to be thawed. It looks like there's been a long time out in the cold. This may be about love, or it could even be about career, but you have had a sense of being cut off, and you've been using books and videos and other ways to fill your life. But what you don't see is that there's a part of you that has an itch for something more. It's something more than book learning. It's something more than what you've been doing right now with your life. And so, see this orb, see this circle here? It's like a portal. And you're being invited, pile 4, to enter into a new view of yourself, a new version of yourself. Let's go on here and see what the other cards have to say for you, pile 4. This is, oh, I'm sorry, I should always show the feather first. This is your feather card. Let's see what it has to say. Oh, the dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. This to me indicates that you may have had a loss. Someone that you dearly love may have departed, and it may have really broken your heart. And the freeze that's been happening is because of loss, pile 4. This could be the loss of a parent, a sibling, or a partner that somehow caused you to back away. It's like back away. You wanted to be separate. You wanted to try to learn. You've heard, that spiritual lessons come from hard times, pile 4. And so you've spent the time doing that. The dove is that wonderful, wonderful bird that brings healing during times of loss. So I do feel like you're ready, a part of you. And I feel like the message from the other side to you, pile 4, is that it's almost like giving you permission. And this sense of relief, I see relief on the face that it's okay for you to move forward. It's such a tender message of love for you, pile 4. Let's look at our spirit animal oracle. and we have the polar bear. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic and I would say intuitive abilities. You carry the shaman within. This is, see how we have this circle repeated, and see this face in the middle, and see this face right here. So I feel like your time of mourning is passing, that you have definitely absorbed the lessons that you were supposed to. I also like the color theme with the dove. There's just so much love for you here, pile four. And the amount of distress and disturbance that you've been enduring has been noted. I like to use the word disturbed versus depressed because so much heaviness rests on the word depressed. I've been so depressed and it just squishes you down. I think part of it is because so many people do struggle with depression that it's like an energy. The word almost carries an energy. If you say that my energy is disturbed, it's more like on a lake, how if you throw a stone in the lake, it's going to disturb the lake. And that's what's happening energetically. Now that you've gotten over the shock of the loss and you know intellectually it's time to move on, the spirits want you to know that it's okay and that you can give yourself permission to move forward, whatever that means to you, pile four. I'm going to allow our tarot to complete this story. And once again, I hear myself repeating these powerful words that you, pile four, are worth your weight in gold. That what you offer to the planet with your personality, with your spirit, with your wonderful sense of humor, cannot be given by any other humans. That the reason you're here right now is to bless and encourage someone else. And it might not be more than the person that makes your coffee or delivers your paper or the person that fulfills your order at a restaurant. When you look at them in the eye and appreciate them, you're sharing something that no one else can. So I feel like being closed off has not been to serving you lately. It did for a while, but it's time to step out and recognize that you have the value that no one can um, replace your own wonderful personality. So let's take a look at our tarot. The Fool. I love the card so much, you guys. I mean, come on. This makes me so happy for pile four. The Fool is the beginning of the new journey. So definitely time to give yourself permission. Look at, I love how lighthearted he is. Look at the radiance of energy circling around. Notice that he does carry a bit of a backpack. He's maybe got a scrap of food, maybe his cards, maybe he brings his cards with him. The polka dots that you see on his coat are signs of playfulness. There's this desire to start again and be fresh, bringing along his pup, holding his heart in his hands and ready for a fresh start. So, if again, the stars are in alignment, your message from heaven is that you're coming through and almost like graduating. Hey, Murphy, oh, good grief, right in the middle. But you're almost like graduating, going through that portal to a fresh start. Let's look at the next card here. Knight of Again, look at the salamanders on his coat. The salamanders are a sense of prosperity and abundance, but there's also a lot of attraction. This probably means that an offer or some sort of opportunity is coming your way. And it's so important that you give yourself permission. You might want to actually write yourself a letter If I were going to do it, I would write, Dear Catherine, you have done the work that you needed to do, and I give you permission to go forward because you know what? The universe didn't bring you this far to drop you on your head. That's frequently how I talk to the universe. But I would do that, make it formal, make a line in the sand where you can be open to receive. If you're having trouble with that, here's what I like to see. I am open to be open to what's ahead for me. Okay, and let's take a look at our last tarot, and we have the Emperor. So the setup here is these two major cards are on either side of you. As you take action toward your destiny right now, you can count on the support that you need. Okay, very powerful, potent reading. Give yourself permission, pile four, to go forward. What that means is close the book and open a new one and start writing. Okay, let's take a peek at our affirmation. Yes, I gather more wisdom each day. It's important that you close your current story and start a new one. Go forth and prosper, my dear pile four. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's Messages from Heaven. It is the start of a series. I'm going to be doing more of them. Drop comments if you enjoy the reading or if there's other topics that you would like me to do a pick card. I'm open to your feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me this morning, rainy day in Tennessee. I love y'all so much. You're making my life magical. Today I woke up and had more followers on a 48-hour period than I've ever had before. It was over 40,000, and I'm just thrilled and tickled pink that y'all are enjoying all of my work. It means the world to me. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Love you guys.